If you're new to the Momcozy V2 breast pump, then stick around, as in this video, I am going to walk you through all the different components that make up the V2, as well as how to assemble it and how to use the Momcozy V2 breast pump. So let's dive right on in and take a look at all the different components. Now you will have 2 collection cups. Each cup comes with its own lid. This lid is used just for hygiene and storage purposes to keep your pump clean during storage. We do not need this for our actual pumping session, and I will show you with just one of these. Each collection cup comes with 5 different parts. You have your collection cup. On the side, it tells you the milliliters as well as ounces, and also at the bottom, which is very handy when you are pouring your breast milk, you have a flange, or also known sometimes as a breast shield. Now, I love this with the Momcozy, as they have this extra cushioning. Great for comfort as well as additional suction, or getting that seal for suction. You have your duckbill valve, you have a diaphragm, and then you have a lid. Now, also as part of your pump unit, you have your motor. Now, this comes with a handy clip and a removable, adjustable lanyard. You can either clip this on and then wear it around your wrist or your neck, or you can remove it and just clip your pump motor around your waist, or wherever really, because it's actually really nice and lightweight. Then you also have your tubing. Now this connects your pump motor to your completed pump collection container. You also have a secondary larger 27 millimeter flange or breast shield. So it comes with the standard, I don't know if you can see that, 24 millimeter, as well as the 27 millimeter. Now I will go into more depth in this shortly. You also have your different sized flange inserts. So there is a 21, a 19, and a 17. And again, I'll go through these shortly. You'll also get your manual, as well as one of my favorite, a little nipple measuring tool. So how does this pump assemble all together? We are first going to want to complete 2 of these collection container units. So I have this one ready to assemble. First, you're going to take your duckbill valve, and we're going to place it firmly over the little opening at the bottom. You're going to want to make sure this flat edge is aligned with the base of your collection container. Next, you are going to want to take your diaphragm and place that on the top, again pushing down to make sure that it's in nice and firm. And then on your lid, you have these 2 buttons which you are going to squeeze in, and that will bring in the little bit there. We're going to push that in. You got to make sure that this opening here is up the top, so Momcozy sign is pointing up, and then push this in nice and firm. You may hear a click, but you want to make sure that that is not going to move out. Next, then we are going to insert our flange. Now that lines up with the opening here, with the opening there, and we are going to want to push, or firstly line it up so it aligns with the collection container unit, and we're going to want to push in nice and firmly. You may need to wiggle this around slightly to make sure you got the correct alignment. Then I like to simply lift up the side so you can then get a nice, you'll hear it pop, secure seal. Now it is really important to have a secure seal on any breast pump because that is what helps to create the suction that you're going to need for your pump. So again, see how that wasn't quite in? We're going to make sure that's over. Run your fingers around the outside so you have a great, firm, secure seal. Once you have both your collection cups units completed, we are then going to want to use the tubing to attach our collection cups to the pump motor. So you'll see on your tubing that you have a single end and a Y with 2 bits on the top. We're going to take the single bit and place it in the bottom of our pump motor. Now these are quite a firm fit, so make sure that you have it pushed in nice and secure. And then we're going to take these 2 ends and place it in the top of our lid. And again, a nice secure fit. And that is your completed pump. So next is how to use the Momcozy V2. Now, before we dive into the technical on the pump settings, I just want to make note of the different flange sizes because this is a really critical point in any breast pump. You want to make sure that the flange size you are using is suitable for your nipple. Too big or too small and you're potentially going to cause damage and it will be quite painful. So really important to make sure that you have the right sizing. Now, I love that the Momcozy comes with this nipple measuring tool. So you can use this to check the diameter of your nipple and decide which is going to be the right sizing for you. Now, as I said earlier, you have the choice of the 2 flange sizes. So if you need the larger flange size, then swap out this 24mm for the 27. In most cases, you'll probably stick with the 24mm and you may then need to go smaller. And that's where this kit is great because Momcozy includes everything that you need to get started right away with your pumping session. And that is the cue for these flange inserts. So if you need a smaller diameter, say you need a 19, so that is this middle one, you can see it written on the side there. You simply grab your flange insert. Now, this is it is also written on the side of your flange, which makes it very helpful. This simply slides in and you push that nice and firmly down onto your flange. And that then changes the diameter of your flange to the 19mm, so you are ready to get started. So once you have the correct flange size and you're ready to get pumping, we are going to want to line up your breast pump with your breast. So your nipple is designed to go into this little opening here. I should do it this way so you can see better. And we're going to be sitting upright and attach our breast pump upright with our nipple centralized. Then we can turn our pump on. Now, I highly recommend a pumping bra. It does make holding these in place a ton easier. So they are designed to go into a wearable or into a pumping bra. So once you have those in place, we can then turn on our pump. So I simply hold down the power button and you can start seeing that it will recall your last pumping session. So what do these all mean? So L3 is the level of suction and you can adjust that by doing the plus or the minus button. Now there are 9 different suction levels. Which one you choose will be up to your comfort levels and output. I highly recommend starting on a 2 or a 3 suction level just to see how that feels, and then you can adjust and go up or down as you need. Now there are 3 different modes, and you can see on here there is a little heart symbol, and that is for your stimulation or massage mode. This is equivalent of your initial letdown. So you would generally run this for around 2 minutes until your letdown comes in and your milk starts flowing. Once that happens, you can swap to either a mixed mode, which is the heart and the droplet, or simply the droplet, which is your expression mode. Now, the difference between these 2 modes is your stimulation mode is short suctions, zzz, 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 and these are again to initiate your milk flow. The expression mode is longer drawn out pumps, so zzz, zzz, and these are to draw out your milk. And then the mixed mode is a mix of both. So which one you choose really is an individual thing and depends on how your body responds. So play around, take the time to work out what works for you. Now you can here tap the power button and that will put your pump on. You can then press it lightly again and that will pause your pumping session. You can see here that I have a timer, which is fantastic. I love having an inbuilt timer. It makes it so much easier. There is also your power button or battery button, which will tell you the life left on your battery charge. Now this is fully charged. As you can see, it will go drop the bars in it as the charge gets used. So once you have finished your pumping session, you hold the power button to turn your pump off. You can then disconnect your tubing if you need while this is still in your bra, and then we are going to want to remove your breast pump. So gently with your fingers, break the seal, leaning forward slightly, break the seal. Now we want to lean forward slightly so we don't have any milk spill anywhere, and then slightly break the seal. You don't want to rip it off because that is going to rip your nipple with it and be extremely painful. Now once you have that removed, you can then transfer your breast milk into your storage container, and it is as simple as removing the lid and then pouring your milk in. Generally do it that way, and then pour your milk in. Again, as I said before, you can see your milliliters here and how much you're pouring into your container, which is fantastic. I probably should have said right at the start, make sure that this lid goes back on and it is nice and firm. Again, you don't want to have any milk spilling anywhere, especially when you spend a lot of time pumping. Right, the only thing left is really to charge your pump motor after it's been used, and that is simply lift this little top spot here. You can see the spot for your charger. That simply clips in there, and then that goes into your power source. I think that is it. I do have a video on how to clean your Momcozy pumps, which I highly recommend watching. If you have any questions, then please feel free to ask. I will do my very best to answer them. Happy pumping.